Another Tuesday, another Sorare rewards video. Lads, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Hope we're all doing super well. Today we're going to be recapping and taking a look back at what happened in Game Week 100 this past weekend on Sorare. We had hot streaks, we had leaderboard essence, we had all sorts happening. We had the second week of Jupiler League for streaks. We had the first week of Challenger, I believe. And we've been in Contender for a few weeks now. So yeah, I made my debut in Contender, which was fun and new, to be honest. Before I forget, I am doing a giveaway over on my Twitter, at harrytradesyt. I'm giving away this Nico Williams card, which is in season, Nottingham Forest card, 19 out of 1,000. Yeah, all the sort of instructions on how to enter and stuff are on my Twitter if you want to go and get involved in that. Completely free to do so and stuff. But yeah, let's recap this past weekend then we'll get into the rewards. I am going to be crafting a super rare and 2 rares in this video, so yeah, well, at the end of it. So yeah, that should be pretty fun after rewards drop. But yeah, first lineup, we end up getting 370 points, was enough to hit the streak, so we hit $40 on this, aiming for 440 points next week, which will be a challenge to say the least. Challenger debut, my strategy really with the Challenger stuff was basically buy a load of cheap Scottish League players and hope some of them come good. I knew a couple of other ones like Dylan Levy, who's Welsh, for example. Callum Slattery, I've known for a while. Combine them with some of my existing Danish cards, and hopefully, and just basically cross my fingers and toes that it works out. These 2 lineups were basically throwaways in that I kind of knew that the goalkeeper wasn't going to start. This one was a DMP keeper as well. They were I was hoping just to nick a bit of essence. This was my main lineup, although I did eat a big DMP here with Simon Murray. So yeah, gutted about that, to be honest. But yeah, it is what it is. We end up still hitting the lowest streak, so aiming for 330 next week for the $40. Contender in season debut for me. I brought in this Ravelisson and Paul Jackal for like 12 quid. I win $15 on the lineup, including the essence and XP. So we are looking to hit the second streak next weekend. Memphis Depay come off the bench. I don't know what's going on with Depay. Like, he just doesn't seem to be starting for Corinthians, which is weird. But yeah, another successful lineup. From a streak perspective, we were so close to winning under 23 super rare, lads. I needed 29 points. Clarkson played last night, right? And he got a big chance created, and I've seen the chance that the striker missed, and it was absolutely shocking. Where is big chance created? Oh, there it is. Yeah, big chance created. Yeah, it was one of the worst misses I've ever seen. And had he got the assist, I'd probably end up winning. Maybe a star tier 1, for example. I don't even want to look while Sporting Shamrocks won, because otherwise I'll get jealous. So I'm not going to look. And I end up winning 260 essence in 8th place, which is crazy, but at the same time, like, all the leagues aren't back yet. So, yeah, once they're back, it'll look a bit better. We did finish 27th, though. We are winning a Tier 2 from under 23 rare, which is great. Got my captaincies bang on this weekend. Like, Smets was the highest scorer in that lineup. Krivak was the highest scorer there. Okay, Højbjerg wasn't here. Barring the error-led to goal, he would have been. Nazinho here was the highest scorer. So, yeah, 270 essence from here. It does seem really soft right now under 23 without, Champ Europe under 23s. Playing against one another, so yeah, right now is the time to scoop up essence, I think, from under 23. Successful week in arena. Sorry, I went quite hard in arena. I did a few late lineups with the New York Red Bulls and Seattle teams. I did get my first gold in arena, which was a disaster. I finished 8th because Yaima didn't even get off the bench, which was gutting. But yeah, overall we're up on essence. So I spent 600 essence on the rares, and I won 1,000 essence plus 1,000 XP. So I turned 600 rare essence into 1,000 XP and 1,000 essence, which is obviously net 400. I did end up losing or not winning essence back from my super rare, so we're negative on the super essence. I will do all my spreadsheet stuff in Thursday's episode of my Sorare 26 journey. I'll do all that there. Basically, it's all updated. I just rather show you there than here with the rewards and stuff. So yeah, overall, arena went really well. All-Star didn't go too well. I only played 1 All-Star lineup, and it was in super rare. Joaquin Pereira with 3 assists, which was surprising. Pablo Ruiz with a nice little assist. Funny story, I actually ended up meeting Brad Guzan. Was it yesterday? No, Sunday. It's Tuesday today. I met Brad Guzan at the Premier League Summer Series in Atlanta. He was there with his kids and stuff, and I waited patiently. I had to ask for a photo in the end. So yeah, I got a photo with Big Brad Guzan. I told him he saved a pen. The night before he played against Pumas and saved a pen. So I was like, I didn't show him the lineup. I was like, you saved me last night. Like you got me some nice points on my fantasy football game, and he was happy about it. So yeah, that was a funny little interaction. But yeah, overall, just a really, really good weekend. We one card reward tier 2, just under 2,200 essence, 3,000 XP. Yeah, can't really ask for much more. No relegations or anything. Yeah, and going into this midweek, I'll show you my midweek lineups before we get into rewards as such. But yeah, got a couple of under 23 lineups for the midweek. I'm really excited at the fact that, let me move my face cam a minute, that Sorare giving away a star rare for star super rare, sorry, in under 23 super rare this weekend, this midweek, and there's only 84 entries. So I'm giving myself a chance there, to be honest. A couple of rare under 23 lineups, and then a ton of all-star lineups, which I'll be honest, I never thought I had this many cards. Like for a midweek to be able to put out this many, in my opinion, relatively strong lineups. You've got Champions League qualifications, you've got obviously League Cup on right now, so there is a decent amount of stuff on, considering it's a midweek. But at the same time, yeah, I'm really excited for my rare all-star lineups there. No arena for the midweek yet. I might late enter, depending on if like Brad Guzan plays for Atlanta and if Coronel plays for New York Red Bulls. So I'm just waiting on those to submit those lineups. But yeah, this is what I've got for the midweek. So yeah, let's get into some crafting, then let's figure out who this tier 2 is, and yeah, we'll see where we end up. So I was an absolute idiot, and the first time of me trying to record this video, I had my mic on mute. So I'm having to voice record over the footage of the original recording. But yeah, this is the tier 2 then I got from that under 23 27th place defender, Belgium, Club Brugge, and it was Hugo Sikwe, which I'll be honest, like I was a bit gutted about, in the sense like I have his super rare, I have his rare from like 2 years ago. He's not really playing right now for Club Brugge, to be honest. But at the same time, come to find out that like he's been trading for over 30 odd quid. Like you expect tier 2s, I expect tier 2s, to be at least playing, and the fact that he's not was a bit gutting. But he does go for a pretty penny because he's in that Club Brugge collection, and he has the ability to be an insane scorer. He's just not playing, which I'm a bit gutted about. But yeah, as you can see, his scores are pretty good. The floor right now is $50, so he's a very good card. It's just one of them where like it might have to be a waiting game with him. But nonetheless, obviously, really, really, really exciting as a player. Just showing you my rare and super rare versions there. But yeah, we were able to craft a super rare. So we had just over 1,000 essence here. Obviously, you're always hoping for the star rare or the guaranteed, tier 2 plus or whatever. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. We just got the standard reveal. And I'll be honest, like I'm not too interested in spending the tokens like the reveal league and nationality and keep best 5 on too many standard draws, especially at super rare. So I just picked randomly, to be honest. I just crossed my fingers and toes and hope that someone would come out. And we ended up getting this Paul Komposh, who, to be fair, like last year he was scoring pretty well, as you can see. But yeah, overall not ideal. He wasn't even in the squad first game, so we'll see how that actually ends up looking. And then for the rare craft, so we had just over 2,000 essence for those. Unfortunately, another standard reveal. I did end up spending on the league reveal to figure out what we had going on for the leagues. And yeah, I mean, there wasn't too much to really hold on to, but the bottom right, which is behind my face cam because I'm an absolute idiot, was a Belgium league player. And I thought, let me just risk it. Like, he was kind of the only Belgium league player there, and it ended up being Lisandro Lopez, who, in fairness, ends up being my best pull of the day, really, considering it came from a standard pull. I think he's like £25 on instant buy. So yeah, really, really happy with him. And then for the second rare craft, we end up getting a ton of Belgium league and Norwegian, players. I try and figure out who the player is the Haiti player, basically the Haitian from the Belgium league, which didn't turn out to be anyone that I wanted to pick. And I ended up getting Amadi Kamara, who, I mean, he's okay, but he's not great. In fairness, there wasn't much else there, in all honesty. So yeah, I wasn't too pissed. But yeah, overall, I mean, like, to win a super rare, to win a couple of rares, $80 cash as well from the streaks is a blessing. Like, I can't really ask for too much more, to be honest. Looking forward to this midweek. Gutted, my mic was on mute, so I've had to record this after the fact, but it is what it is. I couldn't leave the footage where it was and not put out a video. So I hope you understand, lads, and obviously frustrating, but I won't I might make the mistake again. I really hope I don't. But yeah, make sure you enter that Nico Williams giveaway. I'll be doing a giveaway in the comment section as well here. So just, leave a comment in the comments. Let me know your Sorare gallery name. Leave a like on the video. The response on the video so far have been amazing, lads. So I really do appreciate you so far this season. Long may it continue. Have a great midweek, and I shall see you guys in the next video.